welcome back. Thank you for being here. And thank you to everyone else for being here as well. Happy Friday, as I think I already said. I am doing just a very short, brief stream today because I'm going to be filming after this. So I want to make sure that everything is good to go with that because the video needs to be out by this weekend. So I'm excited. I gotta get that done, and I'm just over the moon with how I think it's gonna turn out. I have a couple more props I have to go acquire after this, and then I'm pretty much gonna spend the entire evening getting into character and filming, and I'm very excited for it. I don't even know who's here right now. Sinchobi is here. Cool. Are we ready for a thumbnail? That's okay, a short stream is better than no stream. I thought so too. I was gonna just cancel, and then I was like, I have to do a Friday tarot. And that's my sign that it is, in fact, time for a thumbnail. I did take a shower a little bit ago. Whoa, you look so fancy with the artist badge. Okay. Thank you, Annie. I saw you were streaming earlier, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit. I was about to get on, and then I was like, I have to wait. I can't interfere. I didn't want you to be like, oh, I need to get off. So I just was waiting. Same with Bunny, because she was doing a short stream. I don't know if she's still on, because she does like 8 hours normally. So a short stream for her could be like 2 or 3 hours, but you were waiting for me. You're gonna raid me? Sorry, you should have told me that. I had no idea. Only doing 4 today. See, for me, that's like a long stream. It's a short stream for her. So funny. But yeah, I was like, oh, like, Bunny's live, Anna's live. Maybe I just shouldn't even go live today. All the greatest streamers are online. Like, I just want to watch. I just want to spectate. So I did for a little bit, and then I was like, I should get on. And then I did, and here I am. And I only took 15 minutes today to get ready. Proud of myself. Whoa. Oops. Sorry. A little bit of YouTube lag again today, by the way. I don't think I have anything on with my Canon, or excuse me, Sony. The app I don't think is connected, so I really don't know what's causing that. But I see it happening in the megabits per second. It just randomly will go down to like 170 kilobits. And then it'll go back up to like 6 point whatever, which still doesn't seem that high. Probably. I don't think I have anything else like pulling internet activity though. I could turn my phone on airplane. Could we maybe turn the overlay back on? I totally get it. I forget all the time. Also, let me grab. Actually, I don't. We do have these open today. I'm gonna change the color of the tarot text. This blue color on my sweater. Very dark in here. I think it's just one community in the queue if you want to do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I knew we had a community. Also, look what I found today in a random little container. When I moved my desk and everything into this other office, I took everything off of the tabletop and set it on my windowsill. And some of the items looked cute enough where I just left them there, and this was inside this little compartment box. It's the golden healer heart. I was like, oh my god, perfect. Thank you, Mario. Yeah, I heard Mario. I'm not really sure what's causing that. I wish there was a way to refresh the connection without disconnecting. I don't know how to do that, but if there's a way, let me know and I'll try it. I have considered doing ASMR with a 360 camera. Is that something you would be interested in watching? I didn't feel like enough people had VR headsets for that to be like a good use of my time and effort. Thank you. I will let you know. I don't think I think it should be a pretty minimum. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I'll let you know after tonight how it goes. But let's get into our community reading for today. I'm gonna do this for, in general, the remaining days before Christmas. The remaining prep days. I think I said remaining for the first time. I don't know why, but thank you, Andor. I appreciate that. We're gonna go with yeah, tax on big purchases like that sucks. It's the absolute worst. Like when I bought the couch cover, I was like, oh, another $100 in taxes. Love that. Or any like electronic purchase. Any big purchase really that has taxes. Costco. I go to Costco. Okay, honestly, I already feel that the card is in this half. So, 1 or 2. Which one calls to us? 1 or 2. Majority says 1. Sorry to those of you that said 2. We can pick one from 2 as well in a moment. Let's do it this way. Here, you know what? I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna take out. No, I'm not allowed to show. Aw, Angel, congratulations. I'm gonna try and pick more than one card this time with this deck, which I guess I could go back to my pile number 2, people. Who thought pile number 2 was the answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What card out of 11 do we pick? I have a 6, I have a 3, I have a 7, I have an 8, I have another 8, I have a 10. I have another 7, I have another 6, another 8, another 7. 8 and 7 is tied. Another 6, 6 is tied. 6, 7, 8. Another 7, a 4. Let me look and see what I would pick if I was looking at the screen. I think I would pick this one. 8. Interesting. 2, 3. We'll pick 6 as well. All right. So, the first card that I pulled was the 6 of Swords, Danae and Perseus. The Six of Swords represents leaving behind tumultuous waters for a future that is calm and promising. After being imprisoned by her own father, Danae and her young son Perseus escape. Perseus will eventually grow to defeat the Gorgon Medusa. Upright, this signifies healing, moving forward, stability, escape, and journeys. So interesting, coming right before Christmas. Part of the reason I was curious about the energy shifting moving into this holiday is because, hi Stinky.
The _stinky _Austin just 3 subscribed for 8 months.
I can't believe it's already been 8 months. That's crazy, honestly. I already felt this card in the atmosphere. There is definitely going to be some sort of resolution within yourself before your family, friends even arrive to celebrate the holidays with you, that you are basically going to transcend the typical like toxic cyclings of things, the triggers and whatever would stand in your way to like having a good time. That's not going to be affecting you at all anymore. You're escaping your prison, and sometimes we imprison ourselves, obviously. So whether that's like an actual physical thing for you, maybe you're gonna finally get out of the house, you're gonna go do something during the holidays versus being stuck with people that you don't want to spend time with, or you're gonna escape your own mental prison and you're gonna get out of your shell and like be the person that you would like to be during these times, instead of the one that you don't necessarily enjoy acting as. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands is a Norwegian fairy tale tatterhood. The Knight of Wands represents a fearless fighter that is eager to charge into battle, especially if it means defending someone she loves. Reckless and unafraid, Tatterhood grabs what she wants to claim for the future that she desires. So this is basically sticking up for yourself or sticking up for someone else, especially. So perhaps, and it's interesting that this card had somebody else involved, specifically a minor, like a child, someone who is vulnerable and needs to be protected. Very interesting for that to be coupled with this. So maybe there's a position that you're going to be in where you're going to stick up for someone who is vulnerable in your family or in your friend group. But there's definitely some sort of like elevation of advantage for you in whatever position you currently are in, where whenever the holidays roll around, you're going to be at a higher vantage point than you were. You're going to have a lot more leverage in the situation than you were going to. You're, again, escaping the previous versions of the experience, whatever negative parts about it. Maybe that's because you're finally sticking up for yourself, who knows, but I do think because this card is here, maybe saying something finally is going to impact this happening. You're finally like going to a new side of the river, a new horizon, the other side of the situation. The last card is the Hanged Man, and this says, Sleeping Beauty. The hangman ceases forward momentum to avoid disaster and instead favors reflection. Sleeping Beauty is a symbol of stasis, with the options to sleep or death. She chooses to wait for more favorable conditions. So clearly picking your battles, knowing when to yield, knowing when it's best to be a little bit more reserved in your approach. Maybe part of the sticking up for yourself is not saying anything at all. And again, that's you transcending the previous toxic cycle of yourself. Maybe you would normally be the confronting one, the one that's this fiery little whatever. And now this time you're gonna choose passive approaches, just, you know, maintaining a cool head and resolving things within yourself instead. But this is basically telling me that you're gonna do some work within yourself in the next couple days on purpose to prepare for whatever lies ahead in the holidays. And it's gonna work, and you're gonna get to a good place, which obviously this card being first I feel like was a spoiler, but you're gonna get to a good place, and it's gonna feel like you're freeing yourself from the previous inevitability of the holidays maybe turning a south corner and not going so well. Does that make sense? That's good. I'm excited for you guys, and me, I guess. I'm looking forward to the fact that we're gonna do some self-reflecting and either know it's time to stick up for yourself, or take your time and obviously stick up for yourself in your own way by setting your own boundaries and sticking to them and going a new direction, taking a new path next time. Either way, it sounds very promising to me. I thought the same thing, you know. I was like, okay, work. That was a good community reading. Matchy, matchy. Lurk. Yes. Absolutely it would be, Anna. Thank you. I appreciate that, Brandon. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I feel like a lot of those cards worked very well together, most of them, if not all. And that's very helpful, considering I typically think that they don't work well together, and thus why I only pull one card. But those all worked really well. Maybe me and the deck are finally warming up to each other. You know what I'm gonna drink right now is the coffee that I have. Because I need to stay up for this video shoot. I think it's gonna be out on Sunday. I think, what do you guys think? 12/21/24 tomorrow is like 12/21 flip flop 12/21 12/21 24, or 12/22 2024, or for you Europeans 22/12 2024. Which date do you like better? I hate that I'm saying this, but I actually think I like tomorrow, but I don't think I would have it done until way later, so it would end up being the 22nd anyways. It's almost 6 p.m. for me right now. I like the 22, I think. Ooh, it's a good one, you know. I do like it when it's written as 2112.
Violet Ice Skater super chatted $5. My cousin passed away a few days ago. Just wanted to say hi.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you for the super chat and saying hi. I always want to ask more inquiring questions just because I'm a curious person, but that's so rude and I'm not going to do that. So instead, again, I'm very sorry. I promise I'm not trying to be rude, it's just my nature. I'm very curious about everything. I always want to know further details. But that's not my business. So, it's your birthday in 10 minutes. Happy early birthday. And in 10 minutes, happy real birthday. These poor microphones. I think they're just too heavy.
Poopdog_420 just resubscribed for 4 months.
Hi, Poop Dog. Is YouTube still laggy? It looks like it's going down to 1 megabit per second quite frequently. I'm scared to adjust the settings. I don't want to mess anything up. I was going to try to change the encoder from OBS to something else, like a specific driver or encoder, whatever. And I don't know what to put it to, so I'm scared. I'm scared it's going to mess the stream up. How is the weather? Snowy. Lots of snow. I got a $10 penalty for last month for invalid traffic. Apparently, even if it's not my fault, I still get like penalized, obviously. Which I tried to inquire and be like, what was the invalid traffic? Where did it come from? Like, when did it occur? And they refused to tell me. It's so annoying. I honestly, if there's one thing that I would change, like, out of anything about this job, it's the customer support for creators. Customer creator support. Like, there is none. Invalid traffic is basically like bots. And I was like, okay. That's why I kind of was like, from where? Like, and like, okay, fine that that's happening, but if I'm supposed to be the one preventing it, then like, you need to tell me where it's coming from so I can like block those regions, or like websites, like try and like unembed my stream. I don't know, something. They wouldn't tell me. Thank you, Chris. Would anyone like to volunteer for a community read? I feel like Mario wants one. You really wanted number 10 last time. No one else said 10. Yo! Thank you, Book Dragon. I don't know what your actual name is, but I freaking love your stream. Also, something else that's going on while I'm just randomly talking about stuff, I have noticed that I have no ad revenue on Twitch right now, so I dropped my ad down to like way less per hour at the moment because I don't even know if I'm making money. So that's great. I emailed them and I was like, hey, I recently turned my like videos back on, my VODs, and I thought maybe that impacted it because there's ads on the VOD, so maybe it doesn't update until after they're expired. I don't know. I haven't had them on for a while. And then they emailed me back and said something about monetization and categories, and I was like, my stream isn't sexual. I don't swear enough for it to be classified as like explicit content. And also, if that's the case, and I am like needing to be that, I'm supposed to be notified about that to the point where like they, you know, are like, hey, you need to do this or else you're gonna get demonetized. And they never said anything like that. I'm, as far as I'm aware, in completely good standings, so I should be getting ad revenue. And I get 0.00 apparently. I used to get only like $60 a month, which is pretty crazy, but it is what it is. Now I get nothing. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna stop running ads, so the stream might end up being ad-free pretty soon. Twitch has been having a lot of drama recently. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep waiting to see what happens with the VODs, and if when they expire nothing updates. Really? Yeah, I was wondering if they were targeting ASMR specifically, and if so, I'm just kind of always like, where do I fight back? Like, that's not fair, and I'm gonna fight tooth and nail to say that that's not fair, because that's not fair. Like, you can't just blanket categorize a whole genre of content. You can't do that. Like, it really makes me upset, and I'm obviously trying not to take it out on you guys, because it's not your fault, but I just wanted to let you know that that's going on. And obviously, if anything happens to my channel, just know it wasn't me. Like, if it disappears one day, because I don't know. But yeah, hopefully that never happens. I hope to never deal with that stuff, but I will say when I've tried to like resolve things with the platform, I'm usually hit with like, oh, there's nothing we can do, even if the rules like don't necessarily apply to like what I'm being put through. So it's definitely not because of the ads being loud. That's never been a problem, and they were showing plenty of ads, and I got paid for it. Obviously, like I said, not a ton, but I still got paid at least. Because the whole point of me showing ads is to make money, and obviously if the ads don't make me money, I am not going to be showing you ads. I'm not going to subject you to that. I hate ads so much. If I got ads during my own stream, I'd go crazy. So, support is like, we've tried nothing and we're out of ideas. No, literally. They're like, sorry, we had all of our bots look into this for you, and none of them have the programming to deal with this complexity level, and we don't care to put a human on the case. So, never mind. Also, the recommended ad time per hour used to be 3 minutes, and they've already doubled it to 6 minutes, and like, I was holding out, and now I'm like, man, it's just so awful. They're like raising the ad time and now like demonetizing people and not saying anything. I don't know, it's so crazy. So If an ad-free stream would be good for you, let me know. I'll think about it. And in the meantime, if you know any way and any avenue for me to fight back at Twitch and YouTube, let me know about that too. I thought about trying to get like an interview or something with a magazine, but I'm like, who would want to cover the story? Who cares? I know a couple other creators that are impacted, and I'm sure they would want to talk to someone about it. So I'm trying to rally us. I haven't really talked about it out loud because I obviously don't want to ruffle the feathers of the platforms too early before I have enough evidence, but like, if there's unfair targeting happening, then we need to stand up for ourselves. You know? It's not fair. These headphones are from Amazon. To the person on YouTube who's asking, I used to have them linked, but they have long since sold out. They were like $10. I don't know what brand they are. They're just a random pair of headphones from Amazon. I'm sure you could find something similar. Yeah, we have one community which we can totally roll it over into next week. I knew today was probably going to be quiet because I started really late. All I know is like I was just looking at my revenue because yesterday's stream was crazy, and so I was just looking at everything and I was like, it doesn't seem like I'm getting a lot of ad revenue like in the little chart. Like I was like, I can't even see any of the little sliver. And then I clicked exclusively on ad revenue and it was literally like 0, 0, 0 for last month too. And I was like, what? Excuse me? I'm just not getting ad revenue and also I wasn't notified? That's weird. Like I would have thought I would get like a warning, which apparently I would have in the dashboard. I would have gotten a warning notification being like, your content is explicit and it needs to be categorized as such or else. So I guess so. She's saying at the very least, if you're not making money from ads, then that probably means that the ads aren't playing even if you explicitly choose to play them. I feel like I can attest though for other people when I say the ads are playing. Are they not? Any non-subscribers? Are you getting ads? Because if you are, I'm just going to turn them off. Because if I'm not making anything, then I'm definitely going to turn them off. Because that's so unfair to all of us. Like, what? We're just watching ads and no one's making money? Because apparently Twitch isn't making money, which is why I don't make any money. You've never seen an ad on my stream? Weird. See, this is why I'm like, where is the notification? M Butterfly.
Butterfly tipped $20.
Thank you.
Appreciated less than 3. Thank you, M Butterfly.
Tim, is this for a reading? YouTube has ads. If you're not even getting ads as a non-subscriber, then hey, like whatever. If I'm not making money but you're not getting ads, I don't care. Honestly, I really couldn't care less. Like I said, the only reason I ran ads is because that's like what I thought people did to make money on Twitch, but I have never made a lot of money from ads, so would happily turn them off. Rowdy, that sucks. Okay, good to know. Wait, the M butterfly. Was that Mario? I'm so confused. Got the community one filled. You've made 8 cents, Annie? You're ballin'. Yeah, I have pre-roll ads disabled. And definitely not Gabriel. This is like complete. It would be one thing to have like little ad revenue, but like a little bit. But this, I'm telling you, it's like flat 0. And even when I had like no viewers, relatively to now, like Annie is saying and Sinchovi, I got ad revenue. I've always gotten ad revenue. Always. So for it to just drop to 0 suddenly, like it just all of a sudden one day goes straight to 0 and doesn't come back. Which obviously that's what I sent to support, and I'll see if they email me back. But I basically was like, if my channel is not getting like sponsors, why was I not notified? I obviously am going to be completely unaware of any like issues if you don't say anything. What the hell? Which I don't see why there would be an issue. So no way! Falcor. I would love to give you a reading about your creative endeavors. And then Mawson UK. And then 10. Cool. Deck of choice. Of course. So the question is, how will my future creative endeavors go? And we're gonna go with, let's see. I was immediately feeling cats, and then the white sage was like, what about me? So we're gonna use both in tandem as a little twin set. Nice.
Cinco gifted _the book dragon
Thank you.
subscription. Cinco gifted a tier 1 sub to _the book dragon. They have given 386 gifts subs.
In the assumption that you have never been on one of my tarot streams before, and if you have, then this will be redundant, but that's okay. I have the deck shuffled, and I'm gonna have you, since we're doing 2 different decks, pull 2 cards from this deck, and I'm first gonna have you pick between half number 1 and half number 2. And we're just gonna keep splitting up your halves until we have anywhere from 8 to like 13 cards, okay? And then you'll pick 2 from there. So this is again another split, half 1, half 2. Okay. And one more split. 1, 2. And then 2 cards out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Confirming that these are your cards of choice. This one's fallen down. Alright. And then we're going to go to cat time. While I'm pulling these, I want you to put yourself in your office or wherever you are looking forward to creating, and just sit with the feelings, the smells, everything that environment invites you to experience. And try and remain as immersed as possible in that space. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes. Okay. 1, 2. One more split. 1 and 2. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna pick another 2 cards. Two and 7. 2, 3. Very interesting. Alright, I like to read in order as pulled. now we're going to start with the white sage, of course. And we're going to go to the 10 of Swords. This is in reverse today. As you can see, there's a green ribbon running through. Normally, when these are pointed this way, they're stabbing down. But when they're this way, they are falling out. This card in reverse symbolizes recovery and courage. The 10 of Swords in reverse can indicate an old incident that has come back to haunt you. But it's time to put down your baggage once and for all. Live in the moment and bring your focus to your heart center. A green light in the center of your chest. So in these cards, there is colors on the ribbon signifying each chakra, and obviously green correlates with the heart chakra. So that's why it's talking about opening your heart, focusing on your heart center and growing the green light. I like that this is basically indicating, or I don't want to use the word warning because it's not, it's more of just like a foreshadowing into the fact that something is going to resurface, an old cycle is going to kind of repeat itself with the opportunity for you to overcome it and completely dismantle it, and that's exactly what it seems like it is going to be done, which in a creative sense is going to be probably something that feels like a breakthrough. It's going to have so much inspiration that's able to run through post dismantling the cycle. So that's super exciting and a great start to this. We have the King of Wands in reverse next. I always lose my wands. This is seen as impulse control and ruthless. The King of Wands can signify a person who has overcome obstacles, and that shows up through his empathy towards others. He can also have unrealistically high expectations. So again, this is basically someone who isn't, riding the bull for the first time in the rodeo. They have gone through this before, gotten kicked off, and have gotten back on with more resilience than ever, to the point where their boundaries are strong and their expectations are high. Nothing to be ashamed of or necessarily to change, just something to be aware of about yourself. Obviously, as you come back around from the cycles of the past, you're going to need to acknowledge the fact that you're not the same person that you were before, and therefore, because your responses are going to come from a different place, they may have, results that are previously something that you would have avoided, like making someone unhappy by setting those boundaries and keeping them firm, or like cutting off an opportunity because you can tell that it's not going to be right for you, but you wanted to give it the chance or the opportunity to maybe surprise you. None of that's happening anymore because you're going to set such firm walls where they need to be, and it's obviously going to, like I said, lead to certain responses from people and things, opportunities, but don't let that deter you. You've worked hard to be able to do this, so don't be ashamed of it, okay? Next, Cat Tarot. We have the Three of Wands upright over here, and this says, all of the confidence of inner balance, at the confluence of inner balance and our outward connection to the world. Tim! Thank you, Tim. It's so nice of you during the reading. So At the confluence of inner balance and our outward connection to the world, the Three of Wands promises something new on the horizon. Okay, so again, we already know that there's going to be some sort of a break in the cycle that is going to be caused by you choosing something different for yourself this time around, when that opportunity presents itself for you to basically have the same trigger and then deal with it differently, and in a way that like up levels you as a human, which again, like I said, is going to come with inspiration and things flowing right behind it. So here we are, we have our new opportunity. Sometimes we can see everything wonderful that's right in front of us, but sometimes we have to turn around and shift our perspective. With concentration and focus, the big picture shifts more clearly into view, and growth and good fortune are within your grasp. Note the triangles on the wallpaper suggesting the sails of ships. They are hints at new adventures on the horizon. So perhaps something about what you're going to unblock in yourself, again, would normally have put you in positions to accept opportunities that weren't right for you, which also keeps you out of the rooms of opportunity that are meant for you. If you're wasting your time in the wrong room, you're going to be missing your seat in the right one, right? So this is basically hinting at the fact that obviously these new revelations about yourself are going to be bringing these new opportunities to you. So don't, again, feel bad about the fact that there's going to be consequences. Maybe you're cutting certain things off because there's a lot coming for you. New opportunities are on the horizon. Last but not least, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. Upside down, this card portends forgiveness, healing, and even a little optimism. That fluffy, heart-shaped toy is surprisingly resilient. The pain isn't absent, and it hasn't been avoided, but feelings have been shared, and reconciliation is on the horizon. So pretty much general theme of all of these cards is resilience, coming out of the ashes, a new and better version of yourself, the phoenix rising. Everything here screams that. I obviously don't know what you have been walking through in your creative endeavors and your artistic journey, but whatever it is, it's coming to an end and you're coming out the other side better for it, through and through. Every single card is saying that. I will say when I saw 3 reversed cards, I wasn't sure where this was headed, but I had good faith that it was actually a positive result and reading. Positive reading result, and I'm pleasantly surprised that basically all of these cards confirmed that A, you're on the right path, B, you're gonna overcome what's the big obstacle for you, and then C, it's gonna bring in new opportunities and new growth for your endeavors. What better answer could you ask for? So, congrats on being in a good place in your life. I'm proud of you, because I know that this hasn't been an easy place to get to, and obviously the warning at hand means the battle's not quite over. You have something to look forward to, but just know that when that, rears its ugly head, it's your time to shine and put into action everything that you've learned, everything that you know is right and good and the higher path to walk on. And when you do it, obviously. Thank you. Was that for a reading? When you do it, and you do it the right way this time, you're gonna literally feel the weight lifted and the shackles break off, and the curse is done, and you're no longer a prisoner to that cycle. I'm gonna go ahead and close these. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
That was actually an incredible reading and felt very accurate.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. It was a privilege and a pleasure to be able to do a reading for you. I do get a little nervous when I have such like powerful people that I'm doing readings for. I know barely anything about you, but I will say one thing I did immediately note, like in myself, was, oh, this lady's really powerful. Cool, got it. Energetically speaking, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So to do a reading, I was a little bit nervous, but I trust myself and I trust my abilities and my ability to listen to what's coming through, and I'm glad that you found some accuracy. And again, I'm like really happy and looking forward to your like uphill arc of getting over the hill and like out onto the other side. It's gonna feel really good, so I'm happy for you. Alright, next we have, I forget what the user's name was, I just remember M Butterfly. Masen UK. They said, I am uncertain about my future and just want to see what the cards say. I've never done one before, so I don't know probably like how it works. I can't see the rest of the message, but hello, hi, no worries. It's going to be super simple. I can do an easy reading on you, which I will use my trusty dusty karma cards for. May the 4th be with you. Unfortunately, it is December 20th, but yes, may the 4th be with you too. So we're going to do just a general outcome for the future. And for this, you're going to pick one card from each of the 3 decks. So 3 cards in total. Thank you, Brandon. Conchobi did used to have a pet rabbit. He certainly did. Also, Mark, I got a notification that the handpan stand has arrived. And I'm so excited to go and grab it. Alright, Masen, here we go. This is your first card. It's doing that because you have ASS. Hey, you said ass. You have ass in your name, so it's censoring you. Alright, ready? 1 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cards here. I knew there was an extra. I was like, wait, is there 13? That guy snuck in there. 12 cards. Number 10. All right. Let me reshuffle these ones. Yes, I love pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You don't? What? 3. Last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what I would like for you to do is get ready to take a screenshot. If you're on your computer, take a screen grab. If you're on your phone, take a screenshot. I'm gonna hold up the cards for you to do that so you can read along as I'm showing them to you and reading them. There is a spiritual outcome, a mental outcome, and a physical outcome. There will also be a spiritual, mental, and physical action step that follows the outcome. First, we're going to read the outcomes, then we'll read the action steps. Your first planet card is Venus. Second sign card is Sagittarius. And the last house card is the 5th house. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this for me. And the sentences are read left to right, top row across, middle, bottom. And answers are as follows. Outcome spiritually is the attraction of insights to understand the power of love. The attraction of insights to understand the power of love. Mentally, pleasure, the outcome of pleasure from the wisdom of investment gambles and other games. Pleasure from the wisdom of investment gambles and other games. And lastly, good times resulting from the understanding of your creations. I'm going to break this down a little bit and then I'll move to the action steps. Spiritually, the power of love doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Love is in all relationships. Friends, families, even interactions with strangers, being a good Samaritan. Love is everywhere, okay? So you're attracting insights, which can come from what? Experiences, reading something, epiphanies, pretty much anywhere you can gain insight. So you're going to attract opportunities for yourself to further understand the power of love on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, okay? Attraction of insights or opportunities, ways to understand how the power of love matters, okay? That's your spiritual outcome. Mentally, you are going to receive pleasure from the wisdom of investment gambles and other games. I'm assuming it's going to be your own wisdom. Maybe you acquired it from other people, maybe not. But regardless, the pleasure is probably going to be because you're going to win at your investment gambles or other games due to your wisdom. So outcome mentally is going to be a lot of success in terms of, studying an algorithm of something and using it to your advantage to beat the odds, okay? Lastly, physically, good times resulting from the understanding of your creations. I think it's interesting that it's repeating understanding in the physical and the spiritual. Power of love. All relationships, all dynamics. Obviously, if you're understanding that and intentionally creating it within everything you do, well, I'm not surprised you're going to have physical good times resulting from the understanding of your creation of love in every corner. Your life is filled with love. Of course, it's going to be a good time. Also, if your wisdom is part of your understanding, then you're going to have good times resulting from the wisdom and understanding of moolah and investment gambles or other games. Your creations, your ability to create scenarios where it's pretty much inevitable for you to win, okay? Very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and flip these, and we'll read the outcome. Feel free to take a screenshot first. So, for this to go as best as it can, you're going to want to spiritually cherish your highest ideals with the trust of a child. Cherish basically like your best moral values, your biggest dreams, like the purest versions of what you believe, think, and feel as a human. Cherish those with the trust of a child, also known as naivety, okay? Trust that those things still matter. Maybe you view the world as extremely corrupt and like, why should you be such a good person when everything is gone in a different direction? Well, because you have the trust of a child that it still matters somehow. So cherish your highest ideals with the trust of a child. Mentally enjoy the rules. Remember, you need to analyze the rules of the game so you can beat the game. So enjoy the rules of fun, romance, and making art. Many of those things don't have rules, do they? Art has no rules, technically. Romance has no rules, fun has no rules, but they do. They're unspoken. So enjoy getting to know the nuances and the technicalities of all of the unspoken rules, right? In fun, romance, art, gamble, games, whatever, etc. Lastly, charm, art, and beauty physically are the way to get it out into the world and do it dramatically. This is very interesting. This means whenever you're ready to unveil this new wisdom and knowledge and share it with people, you're going to be getting it out into the world through a sense of art and beauty. Maybe that's why you have to understand the rules so you can know how to best present them. And then also you're going to do it dramatically. This isn't going to be a small announcement. It's going to be a big deal. Huge showcase. So get ready for that. Prepare. Very interesting. Also, hello, Giants fan. And good luck to you, Mawson. Thank you for the reading. Very interesting draw. Alright, Tim. Deck of choice. Public. No worries, Mike. Thanks for being here. Have a great rest of your weekend as well. I do want to note that I will be doing at least one more stream before Christmas, so stay tuned. I'll let you know. Very interesting first reading. I'll take note of it and proceed dramatically with the power of love. Good. And also, that's why I told you to take screenshots so you can come back to the answers and like read them over again. Alright, we have 2 more readings. One for Tim and one for Rob. Tim said, another love reading on the person I've been talking to. Would you just like, where are we currently at? Do you want an outcome? I have 4 decks.
Adrian Bayer super chatted $2. Hi Shuri, are you doing my New Year's video?
I am doing the New Year's video, yes. Don't you worry. Okay. Alright. I am gonna do the cat tail for part of this. And I'm just gonna basically say, currently, what's the sitch? What's the status? Dun, dun, dun. So what's the sitch? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a basic average girl. I'm very serious about my shuffles, if you couldn't tell. Needs to be properly shuffled. Alright, Tim, are you gonna pick your cards? All right. Pile number 1, pile number 2. One. Oh, okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. one more time. One, two. One again. Right? That's not an old message, right? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it was, but I got it. He said one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 2 cards, please. Out of 8. 2 cards. 2 cards. Out of 8. 42. 4 and 2? Is that what you mean by 42? I'm assuming. Okay.
Ben became a member. Ben celebrates 11 months of membership. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy 11 months of membership. Alright, and now out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to pick 2 more cards. before you can take things to this next level that you are thinking about, this is obviously me going off of my assumptions. Before you can take it to the next level, there's something inside. Excuse me. There's something inside you gotta address and release. Sleep. I need to drink my coffee. I cannot go to sleep yet. But I started whispering for Tim's reading, and then I just kept whispering. And that makes me so tired. Ridiculous. Oh my. I'm so sorry about that. Sorry about that. Alright. Tim, would you like me to pull outcome cards? Post cat tarot? And by outcome, I really was meaning action. Or if you feel like you got the gist, I can move on to Rob. It's up to you. I know when you get quiet that you're still listening, but I just want to make sure that you... Okay, let me pull you some action steps. Really quick. I'm going to ask in specific. What can you be doing to best promote an environment to release what you need to release? What can you do to give yourself the space to release? This is for action steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, two, three, four. Signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Defend what you want to be known immediately. No time to waste. Defend what you want to be known immediately. Mentally accept, like, come to terms with, accept what is believed about the way you project yourself. So what is believed by you, by others, either way, accepting it. Accepting what is believed about the way you project yourself. And lastly, physically, let your feelings, which is an interesting thing to put physically, so we're listening to our emotions, let your feelings tell you how to use the quickest way and do it on your own. Let your feelings tell you how to use the quickest way to defend what you want, to accept what is believed about you, and do it on your own time, on your own will, right? From your own volition. No one is telling you to. So defend what you want to be known. What you want to be known. Maybe about you, about your relationship, immediately, starting right now, whenever. Defend. Accept what is believed about the way you project yourself, and let your feelings tell you how to use the quickest way and do it on your own. Is that how it works, DJ Dude? I just thought it was because it was 7 p.m. or 2 in the morning for some of y'all. Either way, for Tim, it is the end of his reading. And I'm going to put these back up one more time so he can take a screenshot if he would like. And last but not least, we will be going to and I'm about to hit 2 hours, which means this wasn't a short stream after all, was it? No, it was not. Short stream, my behind. Rob said, 2024 has been about regaining my strength. Going into 2025, general reading on where to focus my energies, creatively, spiritually, and socially. The Divine Tarot deck. Love it. Give me a moment to set up. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who has gotten a reading tonight thus far. This is our last reading of the evening because I do need to get going so I can film, or at the very least set up and get everything ready to film tomorrow, because the video, whether I am ready or not, is getting put out on Sunday. So stay tuned for a new video on Sunday. A collaboration. Very excited. And before I give our last reading for Mr. Rob, where should the energy be going? Generally speaking, where should we flow? Alright. Deck number 1, deck number 2. Okay. 1, 2. 2. Okay. One more time. 1, 2. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna have you pick 3 cards. 3 cards. Interesting. Alright, so we've come full circle. This card is back. 6 of Swords, along with the World. Got a couple dancing, looking very happy and in love. And then we've got the Ace of Coins. 1 single coin. This looks like a very interesting new beginning. Something's coming to fruition just from the pictures on the cards. It looks like a lot of joy, rejoicing. Let's go ahead and see. Let's start with the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins presents us with new beginnings, financial opportunities and prosperity. The origin of this gift may be unexpected, like magical beans. This is Jack and the Beanstalk. But through nourishment and support, the benefits could be miraculous. It's now time to make dreams a reality. So one more time. Upright, this card symbolizes new beginnings, money, investments, abundance, and security. Again, the Ace of Coins presents us with new beginnings, financial opportunities, and prosperity. The origin of this gift may be unexpected, like magical beans, but through nourishment and support, the benefits could be miraculous. It's time to make dreams a reality. I'm going to go to the Six of Swords. And this card again reads, "This Six of Swords represents leaving behind tumultuous waters for a future that is calm and promising." After being imprisoned by her own father, Danae and her young son Perseus escape. Perseus will eventually grow to defeat the Gorgon Medusa, which I'm now realizing means the brave actions of this woman then lent themselves to the future legacy of this young man, meaning that your brave actions now could lead to the legacy of someone you impact in the future. Leaving behind a tumultuous water for a future that is calm and promising. Again, could be an unexpected new beginning, but it is coming. And I'm sure it will lead us to our last card, which is the World. These gorgeous flowers. This is a Maori legend from New Zealand. And the world is the happily ever after ending following a difficult journey. So it seems like we have this leading you here, and finally to this. Hinioma and Tutaneki represent the victorious conclusion, a positive outcome most desired. However, a conclusion also heralds the start of a new journey. So this could also be happening right this second. This card is following this. Maybe you're leaving the troubled waters behind as we currently speak, because again, that was the community reading. You're rejoicing the end of this cycle and ushering in these prosperous new beginnings where you follow your path and your dreams abound. Very exciting things to come for you in 2025, it sounds like. Congratulations. Absolutely. It always is. Thank you everyone for being here. What a nice, slow, very relaxed Friday stream. Exactly as I intended for it to be. I appreciate you all being here. I will try and troubleshoot YouTube, but I have to say I'm kind of baffled when this happens, as I have never changed the settings. So I'm not sure why all of a sudden it's having problems. I thought it was because of the app I was using, but it was not apparently. So I will try and reboot, update, whatever I can do on my end, and then just hope that things continue to resolve themselves. And I will, for those of you on Patreon, upload whatever glitchy replays we have on YouTube from the Twitch replay, which is a lot smoother. I can put those on YouTube, and then should be a little bit better for you on Patreon later on. All that being said, thank you for being here. we are at the 2 hours and 10 mark, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end around 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I am not anticipating streaming tomorrow because I do believe I'll be working all day on the new video, but if I have some free time, I might pop in and say hi. I'll just have to see. I appreciate you being here all this week. Thank you for all of your help with the Hopeness fundraising drive last week and the beginning of this week. Thank you for the awesome tarot readings, the incredible hype stream that was yesterday's Humble Thursday tarot stream, or excuse me, trigger stream. I always say tarot. I don't always, but Thursday tarot does seem like such a natural thing. Maybe I'll have to switch. Regardless, yesterday was insane. I'm still not over it. I woke up this morning like, was that real? Doesn't feel like it. But hey, it was, and thank you for making my dreams come true. Speaking of dreams, with the last reading, I feel like I'm living mine every day. And I'm so excited to go record this new video. It's going to be really fun. Super fun concept. So, stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. Make sure to join the Discord. Welcome back. Happy 6 months. Join the Discord. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube if you're not already. Follow my Twitch if you're from YouTube. You know, cross back and forth. So if Twitch is messing up, you can go to YouTube, and if YouTube's messing up, you can go to Twitch. I do have an X. I'm really only on there to battle with YouTube, and it's not working so great, but, you know, I'm leaving my fight up there for everyone to see, because it matters to me. Yeah. Instagram's really the only social media I'm on, and I barely even use it. Sorry about that. Discord is where you will most likely find me active. So join the Discord. If you want to donate or support the stream, I'll leave a donation link for you in the chat, and the rest of my socials, my link tree, all that good stuff. I have an Amazon and a Throne wish list, so if you want to suggest new triggers or any equipment for the stream, you can do so over on Throne, or suggest something for my Amazon. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for a pre-Christmas stream. Probably only about one single stream, but we'll see. I'm excited about it. I can't wait for this new video. Just can't wait to unveil all of the things I have in the works for y'all. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are on the earth. Stay safe. Make it a good one. Take care of yourself. And ciao for now. Thanks for being here.